1 3/4 miles. Take exit 250A on the right to I-80 East.
What's happening? I'm out here rolling. What's up, sweet Derek? What's happening? I'm out here rolling, as you can see. Sweet Bear, can you hear me all right? I found this truck of headphones set in my pickup truck. It's been in there like 2 years. I forgot I had them. I was playing out my truck. I'm like, man, where these came from? You're all about these. I plugged them up. They still work. So, y'all hear me? Loud and clear.
Take exit 250A on the right to I-80
These
East.
suckers is like 2.5, 3 years old. I ain't had them all in 3 years. I put out about 2 new sets. Truckers, we always got to have at least 2 or 3 sets of these, so we can always be able to communicate hands-free. Because you know they like to nail us with these freaking tickets for being on the phone or whatever. So I try to always keep at least, got about 3 of them in here now. Matter of fact, I got 4 of them in here. So if they ever try to nail me, I'll be like, look, man, I got 4 of these things, you know. What up, Nora the Great? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm feeling good, guys. I've been fasting. I've been slowing down my caloric intake. Been working out, taking my vitamins. Out here rolling, making some money. Keep my ear to the streets, figuring out what's going on out here in the world. Y'all know we're in a big old world.
Continue on I-80.
And it gets crazier and crazier about a day. Every time I turn the news on, because that's pretty much all I watch. I don't watch sports no more. And you know I don't watch regular TV. That buffoonery, boy, I don't know how y'all do it. I do not understand how y'all do it. Buffoonery that be on there. So I only watch the alternative news. And every now and then I go to CNN just to see the fabrications that they're talking about over there. I look all around the world at different news outlets. Canada, Australia, Germany, and of course we got about 2 or 3 alternative channels here in the US. I look around the world at the news, they come back and look at CNN, I'll be like, what freaking planet are they on? What the hell are they talking about? Like, boy, they all the way off script. They don't even follow the news. The news is not even important to them. It's all about narrative and agendas. They don't care about the news no more. You know, before they used to come up with, if they see a cat in a tree, they show the firefighters getting the cat out the tree, and that's newsworthy. That's about the only news you're gonna get. Or something that you can use to make a informative decision. You're not gonna get that no more. That's over with. Now, if you don't believe the establishment narrative, you're pretty much a racist, supremacist. You know what I'm saying? Albinoid supremacist, or you're racist, right? You're misogynist, sexist. It's something if you don't believe the narrative. And of course, you should be canceled, right? And you can't work now, you know. Somehow that affects your ability to perform the tasks at work. So it's just more madness. So I told you all from the last time, I think that was Saturday I was on. Yeah, Saturday night when I was showing the people basically having a rave in Canada. And the next day, which was Sunday, they passed I think it was the day before that. What was it? Friday. I think it was Friday. They passed, it was Thursday. But either Thursday or Friday of last week, they passed the Emergencies Act. Right? And of course, the people defied it Friday and Saturday because we saw what they were doing Saturday. It was all partying and having fun and negative 15-degree wind chill weather. So the next day, they had supposedly had a meeting with the premier of Ottawa. And for whatever reason, I guess it got them to, you know, disband or whatever. And everybody to go back to work or go back somewhere and get out of these capital. So now I said, well, let me wait and get all the details before I came back to you all on what kind of agreement was reached. I was going to be interested in what was said and what kind of deal that was struck. You know? So basically, I don't understand what kind of deal was struck because based off of what I've seen, Trudeau came out and said is that with the use of them enacting the Emergency Act, all it did was just give the government broader powers. You might say, well, what powers is that, H.A.M? Right? For all who haven't been paying attention. What powers is that? What powers did this act give them? Came to a halt. Right? And the powers that they received was, now if you are involved in what they consider to be illegal protest, they can confiscate your truck, suspend your license, imprison you for a year, up to a year, levy a fine of $100,000 against you, and they can confiscate your bank account, and whatever company you work for, they can levy a fine against that company. And all this without a warrant. So they don't have to go to no judge and get no warrant. They can do this all on suspicion that you're doing this. And what's considered illegal assembly? Anything they deem. I'm like, oh my goodness. They got to be kidding me. They got to be kidding me. So now he could just point the finger at anybody and basically ruin your life forever. Wow. And they can't even leave the country. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You get the head of it. Let me lay it all out. You're jumping ahead of the class. Slow down. So you can't leave the country unless you got whatever they say you're supposed to have, right? What up, West Coast? Right? Not only that, you can't even work if they don't want you to. And what else was it was another thing that was important on that. So it was the confiscation of the that was the main. I think that was the main thing I wanted to bring to you all's attention, was the fact that they could do all this without a warrant, right? And oh, I know what it was. For the tow truck drivers that don't want to, because they said they could, yeah, exactly. They said that the government has the right to commandeer tow trucks and the drivers. So let's say a driver decide, hey, I'm a truck driver as well. I gotta have a CDL as well. And these guys that are protesting with these truck convoys, freedom convoys, they're truckers. I'm a trucker, so I'm not gonna tow their stuff. Now that person can be in prison for refusing to tow on the government orders. I'm like, what? So you ain't committed no crime, and if you just refuse, they can put you in jail now. They didn't say how long. I'm assuming it's up to a year, 6 months to a year. That would just be my educated guess. So they can commandeer now your truck as a heavy equipment operator, hauler, and you. And if you refuse, they're gonna lock you up. And more likely, they're gonna take your they're gonna take all the money out of your bank account because you are aiding and abetting an illegal assembly. I'm like, holy hell. What up, Natasha? I see you. I'm like, holy hell. They got to be kidding me. I'm like, wow. Can somebody say dictatorship? Can somebody say that? And now they showed a interview earlier of my man Spectre. I call him Spectre, Charles Schwab, saying how wonderful the job he's doing up there in Canada, Trudeau. You know that's his flunky, right? He went to they went to some globalist school. I forgot what it's called. Well, a lot of them, they go and graduate, and that's how they end up in these positions. Y'all may be thinking that, oh, they got there because of hard work, intelligence, and just doing their best in school. No. That's what you think. You're sadly mistaken. A lot of them got a certain program that they attend, and that's how they're chosen to be prime minister, premiers, mayors, governors, assembly people, congress people, state representatives. This is how they get chosen. They have to go to, most of them go to this, but they do it secretly. They never talk about it. That's how they're able to achieve continuity of global governance. This is how they're able to do it. Because you would think, if you got one, even let's say you got the 300 families, and they come together with this conspiracy, all right, take top of the world. how would they get the governments and the leaders of these governments to go along with people in the Senate, House of Representatives, you know, premiers and prime ministers and right chancellors? How you gonna get them to go along with it? This is how you do it. If they got aspirations, they probably got like a track, some type of tracking system that they put them in. And if you want to be in some type of leadership position in your country, they hold this particular program out as something to go to learn about governance. And all it is a brainwashing and good old boy type of network or fraternity, secret society. What up, what up? That's what it is. And so a lot of them around the world have went to this school. It's called Global something. I'm gonna get the name for you guys, so next time I'm talking about it, I can bring it up. And for all you all who are studious, you could go look it up. So when we talking about it, you all can share y'all perspective on this, because I was wondering how they was able to achieve this. Now I see. But I was thinking that somebody need to push back against this stuff. And the reason why nobody's pushing back nowhere in the world is because a lot of them have went to this program. Right? And they're basically selected for these positions. Did you see those new COVID? No, I ain't seen them. Wow, really? So what, you can't get money out until you show a V card? Is that what that's how it works? I ain't see that. Hey, bro. No, I'm not. I'm in the divided snakes of America. Right now I'm in Illinois on my way to Jersey. Way to Jersey. Yeah, I've been back in Divided Snakes about 4 weeks now. Yeah, something like that. I think I've been back almost 4 weeks. Yeah, I've been back 4 weeks, so three and a half weeks already. I shall be returning in April, inshallah. I'll be returning in April. But yeah, so I guess old fanboy is definitely positioning himself to get him a new spot in the new global order, because at this point, man, yes, they have to show e-card and they have to have a chip scan. Wow. That's why I use credit unions. If I was you all, I would start running from the banks. You could leave a little bit in there, maybe your checking account to take care of your bills or whatever, but bulk of your money, you need to take them out of there and put in credit unions, local credit unions. That's why I got mine at. I didn't got away from the banks. I got a couple of major banks, but I only keep, a couple hundred in there. Yeah, I've been got away from them because I knew they definitely gonna roll out all of the 1984 freaking measures. You already know that the banks, they number ones up with this madness. You got the bank, big pharma, and then you got the 300 families, and you got Fortune 1000, or the Fortune, at this point, it's probably the Fortune 2000 companies. So basically a technocracy. That's what we're facing. And their job, what they're wanting to do is destroy all the nation states, right? And put bureaucracies in. The bureaucrats in place of politicians are just gonna do what they told. And anybody that steps out of line, they just gonna turn off your chip, confiscate your bank account, put an electronic warrant out for your arrest. You know, the usual. Put you in a FEMA camp somewhere, i.e. concentration camp, and work camp. You work for free in there. You'll have nothing, you'll own nothing, and you'll like it. That's what they say. That's what they want. They'll work you there. They'll work you to death there. And I've been hearing rumblings about they don't think people should live no more than to 75 years now. I mean, they literally openly saying this. We don't think people should live past 75. That way you can't collect your pension, right? You live to 90, you know what I mean? You can still collect your money. But if you die at 75, along with their help, then the rest of your money goes back to the state. Like, boy, you can't get no more diabolical than this. You can't even make this up. So now, Canada is the most oppressive system in the whole North America. At this point, if the people don't rebel, everybody, not just the truckers, you need the whole country to rebel to get dude up out of there. Because you think that all this new power, he ain't gonna use it, man. And he talking about, oh well, we're not gonna use this to what he said? We're not gonna use this to prevent anybody civil liberties and rights and this and that. Bullshit. If anybody believe that, they're boo-boo the fool. The man enacting these powers on pretty much a peaceful protest. And keep in mind now, never stop the mandates. He ain't give up nothing. So they use this as a way to grab more power. What up? I see you. It's a real warrior. I ain't seen you in a minute. What up, Jack? So they use it as a way to grab more power, guys. So you know the whole global apparatus, governance apparatus is looking at this. And they're taking their hat off to this goofy boy. So you know he gonna go ham with this, and the media gonna cover it up. So how anybody gonna know whose stuff is being taken? What up, Miss Perry? I see you. Afternoon. Right? He didn't give the media stipends, so they not worried. Oh yeah, that's what's up. You know, I just got back 4 weeks ago. I'm on my way going back to in April. Yep. But yeah, they gonna go after them truckers. That's why he enacted this stuff. He going after them, and the media gonna cover it up because he gave them a stipend. So they basically state-run media, or what they call the media party. Somebody dubbed it up there. I forgot my man's name up there in Canada. He called it the media party. Are you going to April too? Yeah, I'm going April 20th. I'll be there. Can't wait to get back. Mama Salome, baby. Yeah, he dubbed it the media party. So they not gonna cover nothing. So if the state come in and penalize the truckers for that illegal blockade, siege, insurrection, erection, sedition, right? These are all the words they was using, right? And you know they got cameras all downtown Ottawa, so they got who they want to get. They got license plate numbers, they got trucking company names, they got their DOT numbers, they got everything. So now they can go after everybody. And I told y'all that night of that video, I said I wouldn't be surprised if they go after people after everybody go home. And I guarantee that's what's gonna happen. What's that? What airline are you flying? I don't know yet. Air France seems likely. France is a good one. I don't know yet. I ain't looked up. I ain't even paid for it yet, so I don't even know. I won't know until probably on Friday or so. I send my payments. Start sending my payments in. But yeah, I guarantee you he gonna go after them companies. I guarantee you, and them drivers. And they ain't gonna have no recourse because the media, they can't go to the media to raise awareness because the media gonna cover it up. Guarantee you he gonna go after them. Now I'll find out about it because when I see the Canadian guys, when they come down this way, when I see them at the truck stop, I can ask them and get the information firsthand if that's what's happening. They'll all know about it. Once it starts happening to them, they'll all get the, it'll be like word of mouth. They'll be all on the CD with it. And I'll eventually find out about it. So I'm sure gonna ask. And I guarantee that's what they're gonna do. And the other thing I saw, Gifts and Go got hacked, and all of the donors that donated money to the Freedom Convoy, all their information got leaked.
In 2.25 miles,
and
keep left on I-80, then keep right.
The Canadian government got word that the hack took place, and they have the names of the donors that donated to the Freedom Convoy. You literally can't make this up. And now they're harassing the donors. And so now this gives them a way to go after the donors who donated bank accounts. Dude, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. If the Canadian people don't get that dude up out of office, they crazy. They literally crazy. Wow, you can't beat you can't. They making it. It's like a dragnet. You know what I'm saying? They going after your money. They finna just straight up take your money. Now, if the people don't rise up, something wrong. Because he gonna use it. I know he is. He probably can't wait to use it. What up, Joe? East St. Louis in the house. What up, Jack? escape for good. Yeah, but at this point, you know, they got to fight back.
Keep left on
At this
I-80,
point,
then keep right.
their name is going on a hit list. So they can't get out the country now, Miss Perry. If they donated to the Freedom Convoy and their name was on their gifts and go, your name is going to go on the list. And now when you try to fly out the country, guess what? They're going to stop
Be in
you.
any of the 3 right lanes.
And probably detain you. And that'll be a good time to confiscate your bank account and then haul you in for questioning. Yeah.
In 3.5 miles, keep right on I-80.
They going, yeah. At this point, they like, man, they're cornered. Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's a good option for us. But what I'm trying to show is, so can they do something like that in the U.S.? Well, see, the thing is, our Constitution, Joe, is a lot more. It has a lot more teeth than the Canadian Constitution. You see what I mean? So. And then we've been winning some battles. We haven't won the war, but we've won some battles here lately in the last couple months. So we're pushing back on it. It'll be a lot harder for them to do it here. Because you go after our money, yeah, we would be in the street wanting blood. And we're a little bit more hardcore. We kind of couch potatoes now, but we're a little bit more hardcore, at least we used to be, than the Canadians are. You know, that's how they got to this point. Because they were so passive, that's how they got to this point. There's no way that guy should be
1.5 miles. Keep right on I-80, then keep left.
Feeling this comfortable to take those type of measures. Right. Exactly. You come in there and take care and commandeer our accounts. We already prepared to go crazy anyway because they plan on doing it for the whole country. But it's better for them to do it to the whole country. In Canada, they're going to pick you off one by one before they do it to the whole country. Here, if they do it, they're going to try to do it up under the auspices of a collapse, and then up under the veil of the collapse, they could come in and take all the bank accounts. That we could probably tolerate that. If I ain't got no money, you ain't got no money. You know, what can we say if ain't none of us got no money? You figure like, okay, what we would do, more likely they would have soup lines like they did in the Great Depression. You get down, you get your butt up, and you go down to the soup line, and you wait in line all day for your bowl of soup.
Keep right on I-80, then keep left.
Can't say it ain't been done. It's been done already. The Great Depression was caused by the bankers. Look it up. For all who don't know what happened and how it happened, that was an engineered collapse. So to say that it won't happen, you a fool if you think that. It's already happened.
Continue on I-80.
Yeah, it's already happened. And then people tear up the country, then people point the finger at the right culprits. No, what did they do? Took their bus down there and got their bowl of soup. Broke as a joke. Lost everything. And all the bankers became fat cats because of that. Came in, bought up the economy for pennies on the dollar. And all they did was called in the loans. See, that's how they do. That's why we don't know any better, but anytime you take out a loan, you basically make these people your business partner. And actually, they're the majority stakeholder in your business. Every time you take out a loan. In your car, your house, your business, anything. Anything where you taking out a loan against something, you making them the majority stakeholder in whatever it is you taking out that loan for. That's how they can come in and get it. Yep, don't pay that mortgage. See what happens. Don't pay your car note. See what happens. Right? Take out a loan for your business and don't pay it back. See what happens. Men with guns show up to take your stuff. That's the way it goes. Yeah, well, the debt is basically a made-up number at this point. You know, they're printing money, basically billions every day, and they doing that to make everything expensive. It gives you inflation. So they don't care, right? At this point, it's just ones and zeros on a computer screen. They don't give a damn. What they really care about is hard assets, right? Water rights, mineral rights, land rights. That is true capital. The fiat currency in these bank accounts, that's not capital. It's a Ponzi scheme. That's what it is. Smoke and mirrors. And they can bring the smoke and mirrors down whenever they feel like it. You need real assets, people. And the realest asset, if I had to say it, will be land. Land, water, number one and number two. Me and Mr. Lofton was talking the other night. And shout out to Mr. Street for this stream. Thank you for that cash out, Mr. Street. Catch us on the playback down there in North Kakalaki. Appreciate you, brother. But me and Mr. Lofton was talking the other night, and I told him that we were talking about precious metals, and I was like, those metals are not precious. Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. This is how you play Monopoly and win. They played Monopoly and they won. We all lost. They got us so distracted with so many distractions that we can't get our heads out of our butts to know what's really going on. And that's why me and Mr. Lofton was talking about precious metals, and I was like, I don't want no damn precious metal. Now, not on the verge of a collapse. Can I eat gold? Can I eat silver? Can I eat copper? Can I eat platinum, palladium? Can I eat any of that shit? No. If you have a global collapse,
4 left lanes,
and ain't nobody got no money, the thing that's gonna be worth something is food and water. Maybe I should say that again. In the midst of a global economic collapse, and nobody has any money, the only thing that's going to really be worth any value is food and water. So what do I need to make sure that I have what I need to survive, given the fact that we got a looming global depression probably coming, the greatest that we've ever seen? You need land and access to clean drinking water. Now that brings me all the way around to what Miss Perry was talking about. Go to the motherland, like I've been saying, get some land out there in the middle of the bush. That's right, African escape plan. Give me some land out there in the middle of the bush. If it ain't nothing but a couple town lots at this point, and drill that well, so I got access to fresh drinking water, right? And I can put some seeds in the ground and grow my own food. That's why I've been ordering all these survival gardening books, so I could, become a green thumb, a farmer, a horticulturist, whatever they call it. Botanist, I want to be all that. All them sciences I didn't really think about that I was gonna ever need. I need to start learning this stuff because we gonna need this mess. I'm trying to get at least 100 hectares near the rivers. Yeah, that's what's up. That would be, that'd be good. But you know, at this point, so many people are moving back. The land prices have just got ridiculous, as well as the different land scams. So just be careful. Just be careful. Everybody's monitoring these sites and these outlets and social media platforms, and everybody know that a lot of us are moving back. And of course, everybody think that we cause we was born in the West, that we were born with silver spoons in our mouth. They don't know that most of us are the working poor or just working class folks. We're not rich, so they feel like if they scam us out of something. Oh yeah, it's definitely cheaper than buying here, but it can be costly. And you may not even be able to, that's what I'm saying, like, that's what I'm talking about, the land scam. You may not even be able to get the land. They've been double and triple selling the land, right? But, yeah, we need, at this point, yeah, I'm going third time. Yeah, exactly. Just make sure you do your due diligence. Have an attorney, right? Whoever's supposed to be the owner of the land produce those documents, and then take those documents to an attorney, and then go down to the lands commission, and then talk to the director. That's what I would do. That's what I plan on doing. To make sure the people who say they own it actually own it. But yeah, at this point, these are going to be the only things that's really worth something. Because Canada is so close to us, and the fact that they could get away with that in a democratic republic, it should be telling us something. It should tell you something. Take advantage of the business of yeah. Yeah, well, business ain't that really hard. It's just making sure you get access to the actual land. I mean, I'm pretty good at business, so that's not really a big issue. And the paperwork is pretty easy. It ain't that hard. Well, man, I don't want to be back there no damn beach. No, I don't want to be nowhere near the beach. I want to be in the outskirts where the land is fertile. I want to be able to grow every conceivable vegetable and fruit that I can grow there. I don't want, because anything near the beach is going to be expensive. It's going to be American prices. People are not stupid, you know what I mean? They understand. A lot of them understand what they got. You might can still get a few things pretty cheap, but I doubt it. I'm not even looking to do that. I want to be out, way out there in the country, 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying, from the coast. That's where I want to be. Traffic came to a stop. Yeah, I'm going to do tree farm in Maine. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I want apple trees, orange, banana, papaya, plantains, plums. I want everything I can think of. I'm gonna just see if it's gonna grow, because it's very good fertile land, very, very fertile land there, or good land, I should say. Right? Along with all of the spices that I like and all of the veggies that I like. So hey, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm working toward it, because we've had some successes here, so I don't feel too worried yet, but they can always pull at this point, because we've had a lot of battles that we won. So I'm feeling a little better about the battles that we won. But I know these people don't give up. The war's not over with. It's probably just really getting started. Because now people, they do realize that people are awake now. And even some of the people who were compartmentalized in these smaller areas, they're even starting to wake up. At first, they were just like, it's just in a big city. They wasn't tripping. See, my thing is, if you let stuff go in the city, guess what? This is like a petri dish. It's a test. If they can get away with it in the city, eventually it comes to the rural area too, where there's less resistance. So people out there, they got to pay for them $300,000-$400,000 houses. So they ain't got time to be sitting around and watching C-SPAN and catching the broadcast with them having a session, you know what I'm saying, at the chamber or whatever. They ain't got time to catch that stuff. They got to be at work trying to pay for these $300,000-$400,000 houses that they got. We got to start as a group, as people, to push back as much as we can and resist some of this stuff. Like I was just saying, like, well, how can we do that, H.A.M? Right? That's a good question. Like I just said, the banks is up with this BS. So take your money out the banks and put them in local credit unions. That's the start. Right? That's the start. Don't take out no more loans right now. No big ticket purchases at this point. We have to resist them as much as we can. We've had a bunch of battles that we've won, and that's making me seem real hopeful. Because really, they should have been able to shoehorn all this stuff that they wanted to do in with that corpse for
in
president.
any of the 4 left lanes.
Yeah, we got a corpse for a president. He rubber stamping everything. So I was surprised that we was able to stop some of the stuff that we've been able to stop. But if all that stuff had to pass, yeah, I'd be talking totally different to y'all. I'd be like, hey, let's get out today. We need to start getting out of here. If all that stuff had to pass. So now they're going after Trump because they're trying to ruin his possibilities of getting back in there. Hey, I wouldn't suggest you do it, but if you just gotta have one, go ahead, but try to get it through the credit union. You know what I mean? If you could, if you got the credit to get it, go to the credit union and try to get it pre-approved. That way you can go get the truck and then shop throughout the whole country. Just make sure they got delivery. Get a pre-approval. The credit union is not going to rake you over the coals as bad. Especially if your credit is decent. Yeah. Just know if the economy collapses, you're going to be able to pay for it. At that point, I guess it don't really matter. You know? It don't really matter, I guess, at that point. If the economy collapses and then nobody got no money, then shit, a lot of us, the stuff that we do have, we ain't going to be able to pay for it. I wouldn't suggest that you pay cash for it because I would suggest you finance it. Take the cash and invest it. Crypto or something. You know what I mean? Go on and finance it if you're going to leave in 2 years. Take that money and have it working for you, at least in crypto. Maybe you can hit a lick and then use the profits from the lick that you hit to pay for the truck. Keep your principal. Just some ideas, just some thoughts. You know what I mean? Just to take that type of cash for a new truck, about 50,000. Just here go 50,000. Nah, hell. Well, I mean. If you got it, hey, it is what it is. At this point, like I was telling Mr. Lofton, we just need just enough land just for us to get up out of here. We don't really need all that right now. We can get that big piece later on once we got our boots on the ground. Really, we just need a way to get up out of here. Get the wells dug. We put some containers, because he's asking where we get some containers at. When I go back, we'll be inquiring where we can get them at. He won't container out, so do I. And we could get some things in the ground. As far as plants and stuff. Pay some people to maintain it while we transition up out of here. Now, another good thing that we talked about that we would like to see, there's been rumblings that Trump can run for Senate, which he could. He could probably either run out of New York, or he probably could run out of Florida. His approval rate is still high and the party, he run for Senate and get it. And then the party can vote him in as Speaker of the House to replace that scarecrow, Pelosi. You hate being on the water, on a vehicle. That's the worst. Yeah, but it wouldn't be underwater with the way I'm saying it. It's more of a strategy. Because if the economy collapses in the next year, right, and you done paid $50,000 on the vehicle, you know what I mean? Like, you can use that $50,000 in Africa. $50,000 will buy you a lot over there. You know, you can always buy a vehicle over there. Shit, that's how I'm looking at it. Maybe you'll think differently once you go over there and you get a chance to lay eyes on the continent and on the country with your own two eyes. Maybe you'll think differently. That's how I see it. I'd rather take the $50,000 to Africa. Hell with a truck. The truck ain't nothing but a piece, ain't nothing but a tool, as far as I'm concerned. A tool to get me to work and from work, to the grocery store and from the grocery store. It's just a tool, it's like any other tool, like a pair of pliers, vice grips, a hammer. You know what I'm saying? A nail gun. That's how I see the truck. I see money as your key to freedom. That's kind of how I'm referring to it, West Coast. I see what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. Totally get what you're saying. But we talked about it, me and Mr. Lofton the other night, and we was like, yeah, we gotta have these conversations to thrust out the best outcomes. What kind of outcomes do we want? We see the way the world is moving. It's moving in a way that we don't like. Right? And you know we can't keep going this route. This tug of war. It is a tug of war for the for the planet. You know, good against evil. At this point. And right now, evil is kicking our butt around the globe. At some point, they're going to back us into a corner where we got to fight back. But my thing is, why they got to back us into a corner first? We know things are not going in the right direction. But what I would like to see when I heard the rumors about that Trump could run for Senate, I like that idea. Now people have had enough time to see a contrast between Orange Man and Dead Man, right? And I'm sure people now would much rather take Orange Man over Dead Man. I don't care about tweets, and I don't care about arrogance, and I don't care about them throwing a racist term around. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is the bottom line. And when the Orange Man was in there, the bottom line was looking pretty good, and we didn't have all this stuff coming from the government because they were mostly focused on going after him. Now, the media mob is throwing Dead Man nothing but softball questions. If you notice that, you gotta notice that, right? They throwing him softball questions. He gets a list on people he could call at the press conferences, right? And those questions are scripted. He know what the question is before he called on them. So this ain't no, you know, this is dangerous. now people should be able to see the difference between Orange Man and Dead Man. So I would like to see him run for Senate. Yep. You notice that too? Yeah, because he on their side. You know what I'm saying? They all on the same team. Trump was an outsider. That's why they wanted him out of there. That's why they always ran over there and grabbed his tweets and all that mess. I don't give a damn about tweets. I never even read none of the damn tweets. As far as him being a racist, to me, everybody that's sitting in that office is somewhat of a racist. So, and then this man, he was the architect of the 94 crime bill. You go back in his history, he done said a bunch of racist stuff. So, I mean, like, come on, people. People definitely fell for the okie doke with this one. The economy was going strong. We didn't have all this dark cloud over America like we do now. Everybody can feel it. The energy is just so demonic now. Right? So if he ran and they made him Speaker House, man, that would be lovely. And then he turned around and run in 2024, and this time people should be woke enough, even the Democrats that don't even, you know, they've been drinking Kool-Aid all their life, they should be willing to vote for him this time just to have a better economy.
In 1.5 miles, take exit 16 on the right to I-80 East.
You know what I'm saying? If nothing else, they have a better economy. And he wasn't pushing his mandates, and you know, he was like, well, you know, I'm the warp speed. He was the architect of it or whatever, but they tricked him into that. He no freaking scientist. He a businessman. So he believed people that came to him. He didn't know that they was all in cahoots against him. You know what I mean? So he went with, quote unquote, the scientist. He went with Fauci. He didn't think that the man was demonic like he is. So I get it, but then he did say, take it if you want to. You wasn't pushing it down your throat like this clown talking about all that. And then fire people. He said people got fired or quit.
Take exit 16 on the right to I-80.
38 million people. And that might not even be a real number. It could be higher or lower. You know what I'm saying? So now,
In 3/4 of a mile,
that happened,
right to I-80 East.
that would be a major victory for us. We still in a war. We still in a war for the planet. But at least we've been in hell. We hold them off for a little bit longer, and people shouldn't go back to sleep after that. We can get our money up and leave out like Jordan on top. You know what I'm saying? But that'll give us, if he gets in there at the midterms, that'll give us basically 6 years. 6 years, I can go over there with $1 million. That way I can set up generational wealth for my new kids I'm about to create. You know what I mean? Create jobs, open up some factories, some restaurants, some processing centers. Trump would get in there and turn the economy right on. Open back up them pipelines that dead man closed on day one with the executive order, which shot our freaking fuel prices to the ceiling. Now we're paying double the price because of that. Plus, it put a whole lot of people out of business. Anybody along that route where that pipeline is,
Continue on I-80.
basically, man, jumping for joy when Trump opened it. Because all the little mom and pop truck stops, all the little restaurants, all the little Piggly Wiggly, all along where that pipeline was, everybody was loving it. All the little hotels through there, the drivers would be staying at. The drivers was loving it. They was getting fuel over there because fuel was cheap. It was only like $1.97 for diesel. Unheard of. Unheard of. Ain't seen them type of prices since the 90s. This chump get in there, dead man get in there with the stroke of a pen on an executive order, shut the doggone pipeline down, put all those people that was involved with the maintenance and the routine maintenance of that pipeline out of business, put all the truckers out of business, put all the mom and pop operations as far as grocery stores and this and that, hotels, all. We back. Then on top of that, the fuel prices have doubled. Have doubled, yes. And inflation. They say 7, I think it's more like 10. This is what we get for us having folks. They vote based off of popularity, who they like, not off of policies. and they said he was a racist. I ain't seen no evidence of that. He gave all that money to the HBCUs, right? 200 and what was it? 200 and something million. Was it more than that? I can't remember what it was. 280 million, I want to say. Somebody want to look it up, they can look it up. Then dead man get in there and cut it by 170 something million. And this is who y'all voted for. Obama, when he was in there, he gave about what, 76 or 80 million. So Trump tripled what he put in there. So he off for races, all right. Off for races. See, that's why we need to have these conversations, guys. Because a lot of times we be way off base in some of our thinking. That we really can't think properly because we're being gaslit every fucking day. The media pretty much gaslights us every day. So you can't make no real informed decision. You got a gas? Man, there was a gas nozzle on the side of the highway there. Somebody brought a gas nozzle all the way down here. Wow. Yeah, the media gaslights us every day. So it makes it hard for you to make a decision in your best interest if you can't make heads or tail of the true information. That's why they do it. And because they got you so confused and you make these type of decisions, it keeps them rich and keeps us poor. Yep, that's why they do it. So love to see him do that. I really would. Because they're definitely trying to go after him. He's out of office. They still going after the man. Does that not tell y'all something? Now compare that with, because a lot of y'all are older like me. Now compare that with when Bill Clinton was in office. They go after him after he got out of office for the scandal? No. When Bush was in there, did anybody go after him after he got out of office for WMD? No. Or his handling of the 11/9 situation? No. Nobody went after him, right? After he got out of office? No. Then when we got the gay blade, right? Obama, gay blade, right? The situation with what was that? Gaddafi, right? Anybody go after him for that after he got out of office? No. You see the pattern now? When you're on the people's side, when you're on those people's side of the globalists, they throw all kind of book deals your way, speaking engagements, foundations you go speak at. They give you a whole bunch of money and funnel it through your NGOs, non-for-profits. They reward you with all kind of millions at the end of your selection. Orange Man, though, look at what he get. More investigations, more witch hunts, more subpoenas. You notice he ain't doing those speaking engagements on behalf of the globalists. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, West Coast. I know that. That's the reason why I brought up Gay Blade. You know what I'm saying? I was that lone voice in my community speaking out against the Gay Blade, but people were just telling me to shut up. I don't know what I'm talking about. I would just laugh like, man, that dude got y'all fooled. I mean, people in my family wanted to fight because I was talking crazy about Gay Blade. I called them Gay Blade back then. And then once he got up out of there, right, I went to them same people. And man, they had all kind of excuses. Oh, he couldn't do nothing because the Republicans wouldn't let him. Man, he did all kind of stuff. Y'all just weren't paying attention. What about he's supposed to stop the war? He didn't do that, right? Who said that? Listening on my TV. Great topic. We have been loyal to the Dems. Yeah, for no reason. You're supposed to be loyal to your bottom line. You should be voting with your purse. That's why I've always voted this way. I voted for my purse. I knew Obama wasn't going to do nothing. I knew that. When I started looking into his background and all that, and they started scrubbing the internet clean of his background, I knew some stuff was in the works. Why y'all scrubbing the internet of this man's background? I want to know what grades he got in Columbia. Why y'all never put his, I don't know if they ever put his birth certificate online or not. he got when he was going to Columbia. He was in the young, what group was he in? He was in the club. What club was that? The Young Communist something. Leftist, I forgot what group he was involved with in school. Right? Then you find out who his parents were, who his grandfather was, CIA. Instantly, when I started seeing that, I knew he was a plant. I said, yeah, that chump there he was selected to make the people go to sleep so we could fall for the okie doke. And the whole freaking country was literally bowing down to this dude talking about he's the next thing, he the second coming of Christ. I was like, yeah, the Antichrist. Well, people wanted to fight me, boy. I ain't gonna even lie. If I had known about how YouTube was gonna turn out back then, I would have got a YouTube channel back then and could have been able to go back in the archives and show y'all how people wanted to fight me back then when I was talking about about that Crush, that boy Crush. I was literally roasting that clown every day. I was roasting him so much on Facebook. Did you know they took my Facebook down? I never did get it back. I got a new Facebook now, and I don't do anything political on there no more. But back then, when I had Facebook, I was all about political. So I had, like, every time he made a contradiction, I'll put it up there, right? Or just things he was doing, laws he was passing. I would grab the clip from somewhere and upload it on my Facebook page to let people read for themselves what he was actually doing. And then for my profile picture, I was so bogus. I had a picture of Obama dressed up as a clown, right? With the whole clown get up. Yeah, don't do that one. Talk about what? Nothing political. Yeah, but this was back, hey, keep in mind, West Coast, this was back then. So this is like 16, what, let's see, he was there 8, 12. So it's like, yeah, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, what, 15? It's like 15 years altogether. So yeah, it's about like maybe 12 years ago. I lost that Facebook. His first term, I lost it. I'm like, don't exist. I had all that great commentary up there. That's when I realized that they were really watching it. At first I thought it was all, oh, they ain't watching me. I'm a nobody. I only got like, 45, 50, what they call them on Facebook? Friends. I only got about 50 to 100 or whatever friends. I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I got thousands of people listening to me or whatever. I got like 100. They disappeared my page and I only had 100 people as friends. Once they did that, I was like, oh shit, okay. NSA is real. So that's what made me start really falling behind, what's my man's name? Snowden. Remember Snowden? I can't remember his first name. Jeffrey Snowden, something like that. The one who was a whistleblower on the NSA, telling us that they monitoring the public, the American people, phone calls and all that. Eric, that is. Thank you. Eric Snowden. Because when they was going after him, I was like, let me, because my thing is, when the media start, this is how y'all know, if y'all ever want the truth, yeah, that's it, Snowden, Eric Snowden. If y'all really want to be awake and not fall victim to so much of the gaslight that the news media is putting everybody through, anytime they go to demonizing somebody and saying what they did is bad, investigate that person and you'll uncover a whole lot of truth. They're trying to demonize that person for a reason. That person is trying to warn us, trying to wake us up or bring notice to something, and they're trying to bury it, but they got to demonize it. So if you go look into that person's history, you'll uncover the truth of what they're trying to hide from you. Now you can start making more informed decisions. So that's what I did. When they started going after him and saying he was, they're gonna lock him up for treason and this and that, they're gonna try him, and we defected to Russia. I said, let me look into the man's history. I started finding anything like documentaries, little speaking engagements where he spoke at, things that he wrote, all that. Man, that's when I got up on the NSA. I was like, oh, see, we don't supposed to know about that. That's why I started liking Trump, because I know what the media is all about. Exactly, especially black men. We should have known the tactics of the media, because that's how they demonize us. They basically played Trump like an N-word. Yep. That's how they did him. They did him like a huge N-word. Sure did. Same way they demonize us in the news. Right? But yet, they don't demonize other folks like they demonize us. They may have a story here and there about an Albanoid man went crazy, killed his family or whatever. But you know, they be robbing banks and armored car heists and robbing liquor stores and convenience stores. They do all that too, but guess what? It don't be on the news every night. They steal cars, they got chop shops, you know, they got snuff galleries, you know, they got human trafficking, they got child kidnapping, they involved in everything. They got drug smuggling, you know, PCP labs, what's that other drug they like? What's that other drug they like? They be smoking all the time. Meth labs everywhere, right? They growing marijuana at some of these spots illegally, right? They doing most of the smuggling. But yet, are they demonized every night in the news? No. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yeah, of course they don't. Exactly. They do not do it. And they do way more crime than anybody in the country. So they put us up there because we are the official boogeyman for the whole nation. The melanated man is the official boogeyman for the whole nation. So much so that even our own people are afraid of us. You dig? Everywhere I go, I see fear in people's eyes. And I'm a gentle giant. Now I can get down and dirty if I need to. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, take it to, you know, level 9,000, the drop of a hat. But ultimately, I just want to, you know, live peacefully. But I can see the fear in people's eyes when I go places, especially me, because I be all throughout the country. And a lot of the places I be the only person looking like me. You know what I mean? So, and then I ain't got that old friendly, step and fetch it, you know, yes sir type of demeanor, you know? I don't have that. You know what I mean? So, I can see that fear in their face, because they might say something, sometimes I'll respond, sometimes I don't, you know? They be trying to tell a joke, I don't laugh on purpose, you know? So next time they know, if I come there again, because most of these routes, I kind of run them on the regular. So next time they see me, they ain't trying to tell no jokes, because they know he don't laugh at jokes. I don't. They're not funny. I understand the racial undertones of the jokes that they try to tell. You think I'm stupid? I just look stupid. play stupid, but don't mean I'm stupid now. So yeah, that's what they were doing. They was treating Orange Man like an N-word. So if you go by my philosophy, anytime the media is demonizing somebody, if you go and research that person, you tend to find the truth. Exactly, me either. Nope, I'm courteous when I'm in my business capacity, but outside of that, I can give two flying F's. You dig? But like I said, if you use my philosophy, anytime the media is demonizing somebody, I mean, they going ham in the paint against somebody, look that person up. Try to find anything they wrote, articles, anytime they were speaking, find out what school they went to, find out as much as you can. And if you do, you're going to stumble onto the truth of what they're trying to hide from you. Then that will give you the power to make informed decisions in your life. That'll give you a leg up on life, actually, because they're trying to bury the truth. And they don't want common people to understand, because they need to have a serf population so they can feed off of. They the nobles and we the serfs, right? We the peasants and they the nobles. And they gotta gaslight us 24/7 in order to keep feeding off of us. We're like the cash cow that keeps on giving, the golden goose. That's why they don't teach you nothing about politics in school, i.e. civics. We took civics out of school when I was there. Replaced it with government. That was an accident, right? Hell no, it was by design. They don't want you to know civics, so you can understand how bad you're being screwed over. So you can understand when one branch of government starts to overreach. See, that's why you don't stand up and fight back, because you don't even understand that one part of the government is overreaching their authority. That wasn't no accident. That was to dumb you down on purpose, so they can keep you in a peasant class. And make no mistake about it, you got different levels of peasants. You got some ain't got a pot to piss in, and you got others with an oven, right? And plenty of pots. Still in the same boat though. Because you got somebody lording over you. So it's a good thing that we have these conversations and you all take it seriously. If you notice, when I'm out here, these are the things that I be thinking about. I put the radio, I put the different news that I like to listen to on my phone. I got my headset and I'm listening as I'm driving. This is basically my office. So welcome to my office. These are the things that I be doing when I'm out here on this road, burning up these miles. Because you be wondering, like, damn, how does the world really work? You know? Like, how does it really work? Then when you start uncovering that, man, it's gonna get down. You're gonna get down on yourself, because you're gonna be amazed at what you didn't know. How far they've been able to succeed with this diabolical plan to rule the earth. And it's basically the few having power over the many. And they plan to have this power as long as the earth spins. They don't never plan to relinquish this power. They got it, and since we the many, if they keep us confused, i.e. gaslight us every night, every minute, we will fight each other, i.e. race war. They sit back and referee the fight, and ultimately they're the housekeepers of the fight. They referee it, wait for us to kill each other, then they come in and mop it up. And as they mop it up, they levy all type of new laws to further restrict your freedoms. Was that the I always mess this word up, but it's Hellenic dialectic. I know I butchered it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's always divided. Of course, few can't govern the many without divide and conquer. We gotta be against each other. That's why they keep us separate. If you notice, America is more segregated probably than it was doing Jim Crow. Yeah, exactly, because you've been dumbed down. That's why you don't come into your own till you get to 30-something. Now, I had the advantage, that I ended up going to the joint and was around a lot of brothers older than me, and they was able to point me in the right direction. You know what I mean? I was the youngest guy. I was like 20, and most of the guys I hung out with were 35 all the way up to 60. And them was like the Moorish Americans, the Hebrew Israelites, the Sunni Muslims, some of the Christian brothers, right? And because of that, I discovered a thirst for learning. And they really challenged me, so that's why it gave me that thirst for learning. Then when I got out, I just continued on with my thirst for learning. So that was like, it was like civics every other day. Politics, we talk politics, religion, race, economics, we talk real estate, what else? Family. So it's like I had like 10 fathers, and I appreciate that now, because now I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I'm on it. When I hear them talking about stuff, I'm on it. I'm on it. That's why I got involved with the Back to Africa movement when I did back then, but now I'm like, okay, it's time to like really make it happen. We need an escape plan for real. I thought maybe we were going to push back. That's what I was hoping for. I'm like, well, the people, I was seeing an authoritarian march, right, the whole time. But I'm like, the people going to wake up at some point. That's what I was always saying. Like, people going to wake up. We're going to wake up. We got guns. We're going to wake up. We got guns. We're going to wake up. Now I'm realizing, wait a minute. How are people going to wake up when they was able to strip certain curriculums out of the school systems years ago when I was in school? And now you know that generations, what is it, Generation Z, millennials, whatever. I'm Generation X. They not going to know how to defend themselves against this madness. The baby boomers, pretty much worthless. They the sellout class. They're pretty much sold us out. We basically, Generation X, been living in the shadows of Generation baby boomers. Z and millennials pretty much don't know nothing. They was all brought up on formula. Similac, Inframeal, and the other one, I forgot the third one. Right? They ain't seen no parts of breastfeeding. So you know they got lower IQ. They convinced all the women breastfeeding was somehow inconvenient. It hurt, all that. Every woman I meet, I be like, you know that's why you got breasts, right? The Most High gave you breasts for your child to suckle. He gives that breast, what you produce that breast milk, formula can't reproduce. So you basically dumb your child down. You dumb your child down by giving them formula. And you don't give them the vital nutrients and phytonutrients that they need that we can't even describe for brain development, cognitive development. That's why the kids are developing slow now. And then when you do see one developing fast, you say that's a genius. No, they all supposed to be geniuses. But they got us so gaslit that we don't understand that. You get a child to start walking at about 5 months and start talking at about 6 or 7, you call them a genius. Ain't that something? They actually convinced everybody breastfeed is unnatural. Exactly. Even to the point where I'm a conscious melanated black man. That's why I said don't let the truck fool you. Right? So when I do meet sisters and I be talking to them, they be looking at me like I'm from another planet. They be looking at me like I'm from another planet when I start opening my mouth. They be like, wow. It's like the concepts that I'm telling them is so foreign that I'm from outer space. It's like blasphemy to talk about breastfeeding. Sacrilegious to talk about breastfeeding with a sister. You turn over the back of one of them cans on the Inframeal can and see the ingredients. That mess was made up in a laboratory. You so freaking detached from human nature that you're willing to give your baby an unnatural substance. That's how detached we are. That's how much gaslighting been going on to the point that we got most of the women in this society refuse to breastfeed. That's why I think a lot of infant mortality is a result of this. They're not gonna tell you that. They give it slick medical names, right? SIDS, right? It's amazing, guys. It's just amazing. When I sit back and think of it, you know, I've been watching it the whole time. Like I've been knowing all this stuff, and I just been sitting back and just like, well, if I can't wake people up, then it's just good that I know this, you know? Because most people think I'm crazy when I start talking about this stuff. Now, what I do like that our continental African brothers and sisters have, the brainwashing hasn't penetrated deep enough and well enough into the African continent. So most of the women there still are advocates of breastfeeding. You can't get them to feed their children formula. And they'll whip that titty out everywhere. in the mall, in the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? Walking down the street, and it's no big deal to see a woman breastfeeding in public. Nobody thinks twice about it. She don't feel no certain kind of way. You know the baby don't feel no certain kind of way. They getting what they want. I know you see it, don't you, Sweet Berry? You know I'm telling the truth. And I love that. So now you get a sister over there, you ain't gotta convince her that breastfeeding is beneficial to the child. You ain't gotta convince her or twist her arm or threaten her and all that. I remember the first time I went over there and seen it. I was shocked the first time, yeah. Because the woman I did see, man, them suckers was looking nice. She was a young sister. She was breastfeeding. I got a problem saying we need Africa to save us. Yeah, what are you doing? You just... Oh, there's a chick driving. She must be sleeping or something. You say what? I got no problem saying we need Africa to save us. Yeah. We need Africa to save us, and then Africa need us to save them. So I think the marriage between the diaspora community around the world and the African continent, I think that's an explosive combination. A mix of new and old. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people over there starting to see it. Like I said, we're gonna have some carn artists here and there. You get it. Just happen to be what it is. What up? What up? What up? What up? I see you. I see that you are all fired up. I'm always fired up. Most of the time I am. Most of the time I am. You know what I mean? You know, it's just that you see so much evil on the on the surface of the planet now. If you're not fired up, you should be. You should be. We didn't let evil people get in control of all these nations, and they pretty much sucking us dry. We supposed to just go along with it? No, we're supposed to fight back at some point. This dude driving slow, but we're gonna get over. We gotta fight back at some point. Right now it's an information war. And the better you are at deciphering information, the better you are of employing certain weapons to help you in this war that we're in. And if you don't know that you're in a war, at this point, something wrong with you. Something is wrong with you if you don't realize you're in a war. Just because no enemy has came out publicly and has declared war on you, don't mean that you're not in a war. Make no mistake about it, you're definitely in a war. And the plan is to get you in a hole somewhere in the earth. And before you go, before they put you in that hole, they want to make sure they siphon all of your valuables from you. And of course, we do know the first law of nature is self-preservation. So you should be trying to fight back. Whether they told you was in a war or not, you should be able to feel it at this point. Your spirit, your spirituality should be high enough, your vibrations should be high enough that you know that you're in a war now. You should be arming yourself with the proper information to fight and win. And if you're not, something's wrong with you. At this point, either you just don't want to fight. Africa, I see you. What up? I see you. Africa has enslaved itself. Diaspora not organized to help anyone, unfortunately. I disagree. If you go with that type of mentality, yeah, of course. But I disagree. I know exactly who he is. It's Simpson. I don't know, I ain't been over there. I've been too busy out here hustling. I haven't been over there, so I guess they doing good. I haven't heard any bad news, so everybody must be doing well. They know I'm a road warrior, so my thing is to conquer this road. But yeah, I disagree. We may not be organized, but we can always get organized. And when we do, there's no stopping us. In the meantime, we ain't got to be organized. All we have to do is have our vibration as individuals at this point high enough to understand that we're in a war and that we need a safe haven. Africa poses as that safe haven. So we all feel the need and the pull to go there. So yeah, we may be disorganized collectively, but as individuals, a lot of us are not. If we just happen to end up in the same place at the same time, that's by divine order. And just because our frequency is so high, once we get there, we can always become organized. Now what? We have the land, the material resources, the time. We're not up under the same occupation, right? We ain't got these race soldiers running around. We ain't got the same level of brainwashing over there. So I disagree with that statement. But when I go over to the African continent, all I see is win. All I see is win, win, win. How we could win. But we have to leave the jealousy, the envy, the hatred, the backbiting here in the United States. And just go over there and just look at it. Oh, I'm gonna have a clean slate. And be willing to give your brother an opportunity. Give the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, they do. It is what it is. I ain't gonna let that stop me though. If we fall out, we fall out. I'm used to falling out with folks, so that ain't nothing new. I may still fall out with some folks when I get over there, but if I do, and if I fall out with you when I get over there, and some stuff is hitting the fan and you need me, I'm still gonna put that aside and help you. Whether you help me or not, I'm still gonna help you because I know that's what I need to do based off of the fact of my spiritual discernment. I ain't gonna look at the fact of what everybody's doing. It's that I don't give a damn about all that. Yeah, exactly. We can always form like Voltron once we get over there. Yeah, we may have some petty differences and we may fall out from time to time from this and that. Okay, it is what it is. But in the meantime, we will be up under a different mindset. We ain't got race soldiers running around. We ain't got the gaslighting every night. We ain't got the eye of suspicion on us everywhere we go. We ain't got the high taxes. Man, there's a lot of things that give us clarity. So you begin to develop some clarity of mind, clarity of thought. Then maybe you can appreciate the things, the good things we do have. Exactly. Let's go. There's a lot of benefits. Yeah, we may fall out, so what? It could be a situation like we used to do when we was kids. I used to fall out with people all the time. You know, we start off jonesing, signifying, we call it signifying, talking about each other's mama. You know? And I'm cool. You talking about my mama because I'm talking about your mama. Now, it would go off the chain, it would go off the rail when you start talking about my daddy. And my daddy had passed away. When they would shift to talk about my daddy, now we get into a fight. Because they didn't know my daddy was gone, see? Exactly. The media prostitutes, as Gerald Salente say. The trends journal. Prostitutes. Yeah, we start Jones, and I'm cool talking about your mama. You talking about my mama. Okay, cool. 1 for 1, you know. Right? But now, you start talking about my daddy. Hey, hold on now. You crossed the line. I respect Christians, but like Black Americans way, like yeah, well, at my point, I ain't really looking at the religious aspect. I could work, like I said, when I was in the joint, I hung out with the Christians, the Muslims, the Hebrew Israelites, the Moorish Americans, right? And I was soaking up game from everybody, soaking up knowledge from everybody. And I gravitated more to the Sunni Muslims, and ultimately took the Shahada with them, right? But at this point, I'm all about Black African power. I'm put race. At this point, I put race right next to religion. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I put race maybe a few inches ahead of religion. Because we need that at this point so we don't get sidetracked with religion. I'm not trying to get sidetracked. If you notice, I don't talk about religion much over here. So that gives me the wherewithal to partner with any group, Christian, Muslim, Jew, African spiritual traditions. I don't really care. We can come up under the banner of our bloodline and our DNA. Because I knew that before I knew anything about the Quran, the Torah, or the Bible. Yeah, that's true. Looking forward to meeting you face to face so that we can have dozens and fall out together. No problem. No problem. I fall out with people all the time. I ain't tripping. Some people I fell out with, I just left them behind because, you know, if you don't want to wake up, then cool. It is what it is. You can stay asleep. Don't expect me to sleep with you, though. Don't expect me to go back to sleep with you. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. The Most High woke me up for a reason, because I used to be, you know, average Negro peeing like everybody else. You know? I was going back for seconds and thirds of the Kool-Aid, you know? So why did the Most High pick me, right? And breathe life into me? Yeah, I was just throwing it out there. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I like the structure too, because you know I'm in Chicago, so I'm right there with Farrakhan. I've been to the Mosque Marion, you know, and then on Savior's Day, I've been to plenty of Savior's Day. So yeah, I understand. Plus, I got a lot of brothers from the nation that I'm cool with. Some of my best friends are from the nation. You know what I mean? We still kicking. But one thing is, they ain't on the Africa wave yet. I've been talking to them about it. Now they looking at me like, well, man, you know, because when I talk to them about the Africa thing, they like, yeah, right? But ain't no one done pulled the trigger and went with me yet. And I'm like, man, this is amazing, because we talk about these things forever, especially when we was in college together. But they haven't pulled the trigger yet. Now I have spoke to my two best buddies, both of them in the nation, and they said, well, you got it all figured out, so push come to shove, we'll just gravitate wherever you at, we where you at. So that's basically what they're saying. You know, I think because they got families and they have a lot of economic obligations that they can't afford to go at this present time. And so they just kind of like saying, okay, well, look, if sugar honey iced tea hit the fan, we wherever you at. And I told them, okay, fine. It is what it is. I have a way for y'all. Don't worry. Because I know with us together, we literally unstoppable. Literally unstoppable. You know what I mean? But everybody else, if you can't see the writing on the wall, and you think you're going to wait till the last minute, and you're going to just come and siphon my resources in a crisis, I'm going to be like, wait a minute now. Now, I've been warning people for years, and you didn't make no preparations for a rainy day, huh? I feel sorry for you. I see what he said. I feel sorry for you. You know? And see, that's what a lot of people are doing. They waiting for, you know what I mean? They waiting for you to do everything, and then they just figure, well, I know he's been talking about this for years, so he know what to do. Hell yeah, I know what to do. But that don't mean that I'm putting away enough for a gang of folks. No. Because I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm putting away enough for me. And I'm probably going to put maybe a little extra away. You know what I'm saying? For the people that I truly, genuinely have love for. Everybody else, they on their own. They on their own. Now, and I always leave myself a back door. If this stuff never comes to pass, and we come together as a collective and start pushing back on this agenda, then hey, I'm all for it. I would love for the people to wake up and we push back and stop these people and put indictments out here and go dig these people out of their burrows, right? And bring them up on crimes against humanity. I would love for that to happen. And then we actually start having real governance. I would love for that to happen. And we start really equitably sharing the earth resources like it should be, right? Because all the earth resources we're giving to us, the people, from the Most High. But yet, these people didn't. Sorry about that. We're buffering. I just went past the tower. So, yeah, these people didn't put themselves in between us, right, and earth resources that the Most High gave us, and now we have to pay them for everything, right? The seeds of all of the things that we eat come from the heavens, come down in the form of rain. They come down from the heavens. We don't know how they got here. We know that they're here, and they're for us to eat, right? The water, same thing. Right? So this is all given to us for free from the Most High. These people done figured out how to commandeer all of the earth resources, and we have to pay them. It is the biggest con job ever known. The biggest monopoly game ever played, and they won. And now they got to figure out a way to keep it from us. They know at some point, guys like me will come around and be talking about this, and we'll stay, and they might be like, you know what, this guy's right. Why we got to pay for water? Why we got to pay for food? Trees are everywhere. The bricks. The sand and stuff is everywhere for us to make bricks. Trees are everywhere for us to make lumber. Iron ore is in the earth. Why could we could smelt our own iron to make, you know, nails like they did not prehistoric, but in the old days. But now we got to pay somebody else to do anything we want to do. And then we got to ask for permission. So they literally made themselves gods on the planet. And we got to go to them and ask for permission and pay for anything. So they know people like me may come along, and we might decide that, you know what? We might need to get that back from y'all. Might need that back on me. And since it ain't enough of them, we'll get it back. So they need to hurry up and cause mass confusion to get us off of the planet, so they never have to actually ever give up the Earth's resources. They ain't never got to share them with us if they get us off the planet. So that war that we actually are in. Yep. And I figured it out. So that's why I move differently than other people. So I fall out with a lot of folks because they don't see it. They're like, man, you making it up. You supposed to pay for water. You supposed to pay for this. You supposed to pay for that. Right? And now, with dead men in office, they've been trying to figure out a way. Now watch how I put this together, y'all. They've been trying to figure out a way to get us to pay for breathing. That's the last frontier. We're going to get the peasants to pay for breathing. Do you hear me? That's frontier. They haven't been able to get us to do it as of yet. But of course, when Dead Man got in office, I'm going to tie it all together for y'all. He signed us back in. They didn't hear about that. Not surprised. Hey, I'm going to tie it together now. They're in the process of drafting up wish they probably already got it drafted up. A way to get us to pay for breathing. Hold on, let me get a squirt of water. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? Yeah, I got it. Hold on. Starting to get cotton mouth. I'm gonna wind it up, guys. After I get y'all, when I tie this together, I'm gonna wind it up. I had to pay for this water. And it's good. 4-hour college life session. When Dead Man got in the office, and the first 2 days, Paris Cancun, Trump took us out of it. Y'all didn't know. You was so, the media demonized Orange Man so bad, you didn't realize how great he was. He got us out of that Paris Accord. And he got us out of NAFTA, which was terrible. Shipping all the jobs south of the border. Right? But that Paris Accord is how they gonna get us to pay for breathing. That's what y'all don't know. See, they changed the language from global warming. Now it's climate change. Why did they change it? Why did they change it? Anybody want to take a stab at why they changed it from global warming to climate change? Anybody? Yeah, that's true, but this is something different. You don't get a flat tire every day. But you gotta breathe every day. That's the difference. Anybody want to take a stab at it before I give y'all the answer? While we wait. Nobody want to take a stab at it? Y'all better get up on y'all better get up on what they doing up there. Taking a stab at it. They're going to tax us based on how much carbon that you produce. They're using it as a disguise. It's really, because it says a carbon tax, but really it's a breathing tax. That's what it is. So now, the new vehicles are going to come along with these meters and these monitors and this and that, and it's going to chart and calculate and keep tabs on how much carbon that you produce, because you're a bad human. You're a plague upon the earth. But yet, see, we call all of this big plantation slavery. Yeah, that's true. So when you drive the new cars are gonna have it in there. And when you go over your limit, you're gonna have to pay. Yep. It's disguised, but it's really a breathing tax. Because we've been producing quote unquote carbon all this time. And here's the thing, they're going to be all exempt from it. They still going to have their private jets, their $100 million yachts, their sports cars, you know, their limousines. They're going to all be exempt from it. But we're going to have to pay. That's why the first thing that Trump did was sign us back into it. And again, of course, America kicks in immediately, right? Where Russia, China, India kick in after 10 years. But they say we the bad ones. So then that will push us to buy electric cars, right? Exactly. And electric cars are going to create more carbon than the cars we got now. So that means we're going to have to create way more electricity to power all these cars, which is going to create more carbon. You can't make this up, guys. And when you go over your allotment, you're going to have to pay. I ain't going to be paying because I'm going to be up out of here. I got me an Africa escape plan. Sierra Leone, baby, here I come. Right? But they ain't going to be asking the African nations to kick into this because they know we can't afford it. So that's how that's going to go. That's how that's going to go. I'm going to be over there on a 250cc motorbike. With some I'm gonna weld some baskets on both sides and a basket on the front, so I can put goods in when I need to go to the store. I'm gonna be on a 250cc motorbike. So it is, and I have my pickup truck for when I need to carry sand and stuff like that, drywall, lumber, bags of concrete. You know what I mean? Real big supplies. The rest of the time I'm gonna be on the motorbike. So it is. Or if it's raining or something like that outside, cool, I get the pickup truck. But other than that, on dry days, I will be on the motorbike. And if I ain't gotta go far in town, I'll be on a regular bike. Joe will. Yeah, folks, I just wanted to bring y'all some of the things that the news that transpired since Saturday. Canada's going straight up full authoritarian, right? Straight up. They didn't grease the skids to be straight up dictators. Now they're able to go after bank accounts. And you know that city is wired like every other city with cameras and listening devices and all the street light poles and buildings and that. So they're gonna be able to go after all them truckers. Anybody that donated money to the fund, they're gonna be able to go after them. Yeah, that's right. So if we're smart, we should be able to see the contrast, if nothing else, between Dead Man and Orange Man. So if Orange Man run again, which he has made statements to the fact that he's going to run again, he should be able to garner this time 100 million votes. Should be able to get enough votes where it don't matter how much they cheat. And if we do that, that'll give us a reprieve because he's going to push back on some of this stuff to give us more time. And that's definitely what we need. But yeah, we got a real authoritarian up there in Canada, and we should be able to see sparks flying up there soon, because he's going to go after them truckers. I guarantee you. Under that Emergencies Act, he's going to go. They're going to go after them and teach them a lesson, and that's going to be something that they're going to use against the rest of us, because they see now how effective that convoy was, and that we can use that against them in any country now. So this is going to be a way of crushing people once and for all. So when you come up, we try to do a convoy here, they're going to be looking to do some similar measures here. Demonize you in the press and be able to come out to your bank accounts through the IRS. That's what they would like to do here. And then bring in traffic laws, trump up traffic laws to the point where you could be in prison. Yeah. Strip you of your license, imprison you, fine you out of business and out of the industry. And bring in more pliable, obedient, working class folks. Maybe folks are from south of the border. I'm sure they would love to have these positions. They can relax some of the qualifications so they can qualify for us upping the Americans, so we can be taught a lesson. Oh, you're in your own lane, man. You're all over here behind me. You're not even going fast. You gotta be doing something. Like you got a turban on his head, like you some type of sheep from India. Money you can't drive. But okay, folks, pay attention. You should be able to go to Rebel News, get to what's happening up there in Canada. Rebel News. I can't remember this. Al Jazeera. You should subscribe to them, and then you can look up the news in Germany. Can't think of the name of it now. And the news down there in Australia. Subscribe to some of these alternative news sites so you can get a clear picture of what's happening around the world. Will do if you not leaving us. Yeah, I'm leaving. Shoot, as soon as I get a few more dollars together, once my son get here. But if we do what we're supposed to do politically and get Orange Man back in there, we should be able to ride this thing out for another 4 years, and that should give everybody enough paper to get up out of here the right way, leave out on top like Jordan. Go over to Africa and do it big. Employ people, get the land we need, houses, residential housing, jobs, businesses, the whole nine. So that's what we should be striving for at this point. So let me plug my tour. Y'all can go to SierraLeonePilgrimage.com. So you can sign up for the April trip if you're trying to go. You can use 23andMe or African Ancestry, do your DNA test. You can go to H.A.M Trucking and email if you want to ask me a question. I gladly respond on my email. And if you got anything out of this broadcast, if you learned some stuff today, and you want to contribute to the brother, give me a orange juice or something, or some vitamin water or something. You can go to $RAKINKHALIQ. Again, that's $RAKINKHALIQ. So that's $Rakim Khalik on Cash App. If you got something out of this and you want to contribute a couple bucks, I will gladly appreciate it, and I will shout you out on the next broadcast. weekend, and I'll be back in Chicago by Saturday, and I'll give you all the broadcast from the crib on Saturday after I gather a little bit more information on what's going on in the world. But y'all hit me up if you got any questions, any concerns, any ideas you have. If you're trying to make the April trip, you need to be getting in touch with me ASAP, like faster than that actually, so we can secure your spot. If you just want to chop it up with me, hit me on the email. I'll gladly chop it up with you. If you got a subject you want me to cover, right? If I know something about it, I'll do it. If not, I'll do a little research into it and cover it. Shout out to my loyal supporters, Joe down there in East St. Louis. He always come through on the Cash App. Appreciate him. Sweet Berry is another one. Come through on the Cash App. Appreciate her. Mr. Street down there in North Carolina. Appreciate him. Of course, the infamous Mr. Lofton down there in the ATL. And Miss Perry, she comes through every now and then. You know, interesting. They won't let me put Cash App. Really? That's crazy. It figures. That's how they do. I'll put it in the description after this, because they don't want me to win. Too controversial. I told you they've been taking subscribers from me. I've been losing 5 or so subscribers every week. Because I won't play by the rules. I'm giving y'all too much good information. I'm actually waking people up and assisting you in thinking about getting out of here. So it is what it is, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna start doing more stuff on my websites. And Trump's supposed to be launching something too. AJ, he got some on his on InfoWars as well. So I'm gonna go over there. They're a little bit more about free speech, so I'm gonna go over there and see if I can set something up, and then maybe I can get you all to kind of migrate over that way, mitigate y'all over there, so we can have a little bit more freedom to say what we want to say. But let me get up out of here. Tongue is tired. I feel y'all got enough out of the stream, and I'll come back on Saturday with something else. If I see anything else in between time, I'll come back. But until then, peace and hair grease and black African power. Holla back out.